BioShock 2, now with multiplayer. Released February 9th, 2010, BioShock 2 was the second game in the BioShock franchise, and despite being overlooked in the series, has much more to offer than most people remember. With its improvements over the first game's mechanics and a solid story returning to Rapture, I'll always remember this one as my favorite BioShock. This is a series called Nostalgia Drive, where I go back and complete all of the games and achievements I missed when I was a kid. For BioShock 2, I'm missing exactly 21 achievements, 3 from the base game and 18 that came from DLC released after I played it. And some of those are almost impossible to complete now. The achievements I need are Litmus Test, Acid Test, and Trial by Fire. Enemy of the Family, Perfect Protector, and Get a Bigger Bucket, Garbage Collection, Lancer Killer, and Atom Addict. 6 secret achievements for me to figure out by myself. And finally, the worst achievements I could have to do for this series. Multiplayer achievements. Little Moth, Skin Job, and Choose the Impossible, which are all for leveling up. Aqua Incognita and Territorial are for playing the DLC maps. And finally, the last one, Reincarnation, the last boss of the BioShock 2 achievements. And as always, I'm doing this all with no guides. However, this time it is different for one reason. I'm not missing any of the story achievements. For the first time in this series, I actually don't need to play the main campaign of this game. But somehow that feels wrong, so I'm going to do it anyway. For BioShock 2, just to start things off, I'm going to warm up for the rest of the achievements by playing the game on the highest difficulty. I regret this decision. The gameplay loop of BioShock 2 is pretty simple. Get on this train, go to a new part of Rapture, meet a new person, rinse and repeat. The first person you meet is Augustus Sinclair. Then each other person you meet you get to choose whether or not they live or die. Now I know the games I play on the channel are kind of old, but I still think it's fair to give you a spoiler warning because we're going to get into the entire plot of BioShock 2. Ready? Alright. In this game you play as Subject Delta, an Alpha series Big Daddy that predates the ones you've seen up to this point. Subject Delta was the first Big Daddy successfully bonded to a little sister that happened to be the daughter of a woman named Sophia Lamb. Sophia Lamb is the big bad in this game. She was a community leader and a political activist that threatened Andrew Ryan's control over Rapture. So, Ryan placed a spy in her group of followers and then threw her in jail. Her daughter, Eleanor Lamb, was then captured and sold to the Little Sister's orphanage, where she eventually turned into your little sister. At the beginning of the game, Sophia breaks out of prison, then finds you and has you killed, just so she can take her daughter back. And then about 10 years, including all the events of BioShock 1, pass before Eleanor, who's now grown up, revives you. So you have to travel throughout Rapture with Sinclair to find Eleanor. And in my playthrough, I decided to go for a good ending. But playing it on hard had its challenges. I already know this is gonna go bad. Ooh, that was a lot. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is useless. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, he's gonna be one shot. Oh. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ.
Take a breath, son. You did it.
You have no idea how angry I was. I slammed my face through the game until I got to Grace Holloway, the woman who was taking care of Eleanor before she was kidnapped and turned into a little sister. She doesn't like you very much.
Show this thing what befalls the boogeyman when he steps into our garden.
I was pretty tilted from dying so much, but I stuck to my guns and still let her go, just so I could see the good ending.
What are you doing? Come on, you goddamn...
To hell with you then. Go on.
You're a bigger man than I am, Chief.
From here, you make your way to Siren Alley where you can finally buy the Winter Blast Tonic. It's a lot more broken than I remembered. With it, I was able to breeze my way to the next person of interest, Simon Wales. This guy you have to kill because he's a certified nut, and the game gives you no option. Once he's dead, you can move on to Dionysus Park, a level that's eerily similar to the mission Cortana in Halo 3.
Father, this atom you found contains memories from all the bodies here.
This is where you meet Stanley Poole. Stanley's not only the traitor who kidnapped and sold Eleanor when she was a child, but he's also responsible for the character you play as becoming a big daddy. You have to uncover the truth of his crimes by saving some little sisters. Then Sophia offers you a chance at revenge. Just like with Grace, I let him go. As long as I keep doing this and rescuing all the little sisters, I should be able to get the good ending. Then I went on to the penultimate level, Fontaine Futuristics. Here you follow messages left behind by Dr. Gilbert Alexander. Since the fall of Rapture, he's lost his mind and turned into some sort of Resident Evil monster. In his messages, Dr. Alexander requests that you kill whatever he's turned into, but this left me pretty confused. I wasn't sure if killing him counted as showing mercy or not, so I just hit the switch and crossed my fingers. And then I was at the final level. After a pretty scary fight, Sophia breaks the bond between you and Eleanor. This means that Subject Delta will now die no matter what you do. After a small segment where you play as a little sister, Eleanor manages to turn herself into a big sister. At this point in the game, you get a pretty busted plasmid that lets you summon Eleanor to help you fight, and turns the game into easy baby mode.
Let's just charge and touch his own.
After you escape, you end up having to fight Sinclair, who's been brainwashed and turned into a big daddy. After that, you're free to do the final fight, where it turns out it isn't actually easy baby mode. Oh, I don't think this plasma is good enough. Oh, where do I go?
I've done it, Father. The ballast water is gone.
Where is that? I don't
Release
know.
the docking mechanism. The elevator
What now?
boat is flooded, Father. We have to equalize the pressure in here, or the door won't open.
Wait. Oh, I'm using a tonic that doesn't let me use guns. Can I even damage this? Oh my god, I hope that works. Oh god, please. Someone save me. Oh, this is it. Oh no. I can't see anything. I'm one shot.
Halfway there, but they're still coming.
Did this...
Break the other.
Did I win? Did I win?
We've done it, Father.
Yes.
Get to the elevator.
Praise be to Eleanor.
You will always be with me now, Father. Your memories, your drives. And when I need you, you'll be there on my shoulder, whispering.
Somehow, even though I liked this game so much, I didn't remember any of the story until I replayed it. It may be a lot shorter than the first BioShock, but the gameplay is so significantly better that I still love it way more. Now, I could gush about the campaign for a while, but it's about time I got an achievement. To get pretty much all the achievements I need, I have to buy all of the DLC, which kinda sucks. As far as I can tell, BioShock 2 never had a complete edition for the Xbox 360. $25 isn't too bad, but considering the game only cost me $7, it seems ridiculous. But even worse than the price was the download time. After a billion hours, I got back on and was ready to hit the first DLC, the Protector Trials. These are small missions where you have to guard a little sister while she harvests Adam. They're all locked on normal difficulty, and have preset builds for you to play with. Most of the achievements are for progressing through the Protector Trials normally, but to get them you have to 3-star all of them. This means you can't let the little sister be interrupted any more than 1 or 2 times. Getting to play the game with different builds was pretty fun. Seeing all the ways you can play the game makes you realize how much more diverse it is than the first BioShock. But the only problem is how long this DLC takes. The Protector Trial has 6 different levels, but each one has 3 missions. Having to play the same level 3 times without making any mistakes with 3 different builds really overstayed its welcome. Along the way, I managed to get Perfect Protector. You can get this by completing any level without anyone getting to the little sister. A few of the levels were easy enough to get this without going out of my way. Hurry up, hurry up.
Ah, this little one has finished her work. Please, lift her up to you.
That was Max, right? Yes! Yes! After grinding it out for a few hours, I finally 100%ed every trial.
Ah, finally Lamb's onslaught is done. The little one needs you.
Oh, that should be it. Yes! Now there was one last thing I needed to do. On the Xbox, you can actually tell which DLC the secret achievements are in. Because of that, I could tell one of the secret achievements are in the Protector Trials, and the rest are in the final DLC, Minerva's Den. Luckily, it was pretty obvious how to get it because there was only one thing left to do. Oh my god. There's one bonus trial for each fucking thing. In the bonus trials, you have everything unlocked and maxed out. Even though I had to play every level again, it was only a matter of time until I did them all.
This little one's work, it is done. Return to her now.
Thank God this is over. Now we can move on to the next DLC, Minerva's Den. Now, part of the fun of Nostalgia Drive for me is not looking anything up. Not just because I'm lazy, but because going into stuff like this blind is always amazing. I had never even heard of this DLC until I was paying for it, and honestly, it was the best content in the series for me. Minerva's Den is a self-contained mini-campaign, where you play as Subject Sigma, another Alpha Series Big Daddy. Your goal is to retrieve the blueprints for a supercomputer called the Thinker. Since I'm pretty sure the multiplayer of BioShock 2 doesn't have any secret achievements, that means the 5 I'm missing are all in this DLC. Other than those, Minerva's Den has 3 non-secret achievements, and honestly they seem pretty easy. Destroying 10 of these vacuum bots scattered throughout Minerva's Den, killing a Lancer Big Daddy, which are the only kind in the DLC,
The Lancer is the most technically advanced Big Daddy that Rapture ever produced. Now it stands between you and the Little Sisters.
and finally, I need to resolve all of the Little Sisters in Minerva's Den. I don't want to look up the secret achievements unless I really have to, so I decided to play on the highest difficulty because that seemed like an obvious one. I also plan to rescue all of the Little Sisters instead of harvesting them, just in case.
A futile gesture before.
The thing I love most about this DLC is that it feels like a perfect blend between BioShock 1 and 2. It has the atmosphere and level design of the first game, but the improved gameplay of the second. After the beginning cutscene, you get told the basic setup and receive a new gun. It's really fun and pretty strong, but because I was playing on hard, I still took my time and tried to save up as much money and ammo as I could. I was actually pretty worried about finding the vacuum bots, but it turns out they aren't even remotely hidden. Even the Little Sisters and Big Daddies come right to you after you finish each objective. So I slowly made my way to the end of the first zone and to a new plasmid that's exclusive to this DLC, Gravity Well.
Turn your back passable!
Yo. What?
Secret!
Gravity Well trivializes most of the enemies in the game. The only ones they don't work on are the boss enemies. Speaking of which, it was time to fight a big sister. Oh, I'm not ready. What? Whoa, what? Oh, hi. Once the fight was done, I moved on and got my first secret achievement. I was pretty happy to get an achievement done just from story progress. Not only was it one less to worry about, but it also meant there might be more like that. So I went into the next area ready to see how many more I could get. With the help of Gravity Well, I flew through all of the enemies and started saving all of the Little Sisters as soon as I could. Just like in the last part, the vacuum bots were easy to find, and eventually I found this thing. It's awful.
You fly your little X around and shoot them down one after another. The wall caught us at it one night, called it a waste of time. I don't know. On balance, ain't it better to change what's on the screen than just stare at it?
This game is a goddamn nightmare. The controls are what I can only define as loose and slippery, and the bullets you shoot have a huge delay. Shit. Oh, I'm gonna be here a minute. Luckily, it wasn't a waste of time though, because just like I thought, it was my next secret achievement. Oh, I'm right there, I'm right there. I did it! Achievement? Oh, thank God. Once I was finally free, I was able to go around the level and find the last Little Sister. This should be an achievement as well. Nice. There it is. Okay. By this point, I was pretty stocked up on resources, so the big sister was an easy fight. Once I finished this section, I got another secret achievement for story progress. After that, there were only 2 more secret achievements. And considering I was about to be at the last fight, I figured that they had to be for beating the boss and for finishing it on hard. It was pretty difficult at first, but then I found out for some reason Gravity Well works on the boss. Now here's another small spoiler warning in case you haven't played Minerva's Den yet. If you don't want to hear it, you can just skip ahead. So the plot to this campaign is pretty simple and the twist isn't too hard to guess. The man who's guiding you to the supercomputer is actually the supercomputer, and it's using your identity from before you were turned into a Big Daddy. After the reveal, you shut down the computer and escape to the surface with the blueprints. I had only needed 2 last secret achievements. One was for killing the boss.
Quickly, take the administrator punch card from Val's body and reactivate the thing.
But the other... I didn't have to play this on hard. But now it's time for things to get really spicy. Multiplayer achievements. When it comes to these, all of my other rules are thrown out the window. Since all of the games I'll be playing for the series with multiplayer have dead servers, I'm going to be getting these by any means necessary. This time the Holy Grail achievement is Reincarnation. Use Rebirth to start again. Rebirth is BioShock 2's version of Prestige from Call of Duty. Once I hit the max level, all I should have to do is hit a button. Along the way, I'll also get 3 different achievements for leveling up. While I'm working on those, I also have to get 2 other achievements, Aqua Incognita and Territorial. To get these, I have to play on and win on each of the 6 DLC maps. But here's the interesting problem. How do you level up in a multiplayer game that no one plays anymore? I could organize play groups, but that was a nightmare for Halo. And that's Halo. I couldn't imagine I'd be finding too many people willing to play BioShock 2 with me. So I went back to my local retro game store and bought 2 more Xboxes and 3 more copies of BioShock 2. You should have seen the look on their faces. It may seem like a waste of money to you, but to me, this is a series I've wanted to do my entire life, and I've always let little things stop me. Really, I had the only reason I needed to do dumb stuff like this all along, because I want to. So I went home and immediately realized I now have to buy and download the multiplayer DLC on 3 new accounts. After everything was finally done downloading though, I was in. Or at least I would be after I pay for gold on 3 new accounts. Then I was really in.
Get out there and claim that little sister.
And so it begins. Oh, this is a map I need. You're trash, kid.
Opened up.
Die. After about 5 hours of grinding, I eventually found every single DLC map from the public playlists.
There's no turning back.
Oh, I got it.
Now. Fight.
Nice. This is 2 achievements.
The day is yours. Look out, slags. I'm clocking back in.
Put me down!
You're on our side now.
But this leaves me with the real hard part, getting to level 50, the highest level in the multiplayer. If you're playing the game normally, it could take an average player weeks, maybe even a month to get this. As far as I could tell, if I boosted experience by playing by myself and winning as fast as possible, it would take over 18 hours of grinding to hit the max level. But is that okay? The reason I don't use guides for these videos is because I want to experience what it's like to get the achievements as the developers intended. But is the multiplayer being dead really an excuse to change that? I decided it wasn't, so I rallied the troops. Since I needed to grind anyway, I decided I would stream it. I thought if a few people came by and watched, maybe some of them would still have a copy of BioShock 2. If they wanted, since I'm the only person playing, they could just hop in and join my game. And if not, it would still be okay because I had my extra Xboxes. But if I could get at least 1 or 2 people, I figured I could get a taste of what the multiplayer looked like back when it was alive. Little did I know, you guys were gonna pull through. After I finally figured out how to set up my stream and solved a myriad of problems that came up out of nowhere, like my computer and my chair breaking, I sat down and I streamed BioShock 2. Oh shit. Uh-oh. This might take longer than I anticipated. We had so many people trying to play that I couldn't even count because we were being split into multiple lobbies. Over the course of a few days, I kept streaming and kept grinding. It was some of the most fun I had ever had. Oh, wait. Weapon swap! We fucking take that. Our lobbies were full every single day, so I never even had to turn on my extra Xboxes. Although they were still handy. Without them, I would have never gotten the achievements for playing on the DLC maps. But thanks to you guys, I also found out how profoundly bad I am at this game. Oh my god. That was literally point blank. I missed like 3 of my 5 shots point blank. What the fuck? It wasn't without any struggles though. It was like there was an otherworldly force trying to stop me. If it wasn't the game servers or the bots in my chat, then it was YouTube itself trying to shut down my stream. At one point, it really felt like I might not get this one done. But I stuck to it and did my best. It's weird. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for TikTok, I would not— oh my god, the game just started, Lasado! What the fuck? Killing Straydog any percent, fucking speedrunner, Lasado with the fucking 1 second. How was that machine already hacked? I'll never get tired of this. Is that it? There it is. If anyone asks, I was not only the first person to get this achievement, but the last. Hell yeah, thank you. Oh my god, this is gonna be my 13th game done. Where is it? There it is. Oh, I just hit my mic. I just punched the shit out of my mic. 100G, Reincarnation. That was it. BioShock 2 was now my 13th game 100%ed on the Xbox 360. But that doesn't mean it's over just yet. Right after this video is posted, I'm going live right here on my channel with BioShock 2 one last time. It always feels sad to put away these games, so I think it's only fitting to send one I loved so much off with one last game. I hope to see you guys there.